Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back up. 622. Monday.
On first down, it's long. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Off of play action, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
11B. Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 18.
Watch the screen. Joker. Hatchet. Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
On second down now, it's Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. A chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, a run by Mack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Kill. Under 10, 10.
They'll run here with Matt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
And his kick here is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get this. Check.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 48.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check. Show it. Alert. We got it. Red.
Now they try the right side here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 43. Red, up. Alert. 61, matchbox, light.
Now a handoff looking right. Still on his feet. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the press.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Monday. Hey, quick.
Luck on first down. He completes this one to Mack.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
11. Hey, 2. Watch the car.
From the gun, here's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Hey, Delta. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
At the 14-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Love. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Let's go.
remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
You draw quarters. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 37.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Luck. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Great pick. Good job. That was a great pick. Good pick.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Man, come. Hey, alert.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 3. Check 9. Check 9. Shoot.
Move.
Check the hot read. Hold the look. Hold.
Now they try the right side here. Fights through him. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. His legs for a really nice pickup.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Switch. Deuce. 36. Hey, alert 3. Tighten up.
Red, top.
Under crunch. Check 24.
Move.
Rush in. Hey, check 24.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-3. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can... Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Lock in, lock in. Whip. 80 weapon. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 18.
They go play action. Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert. Hey, check right. Watch 55. We own them.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, high 7.
Check out right.
Protein spill.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Check out. Green inning. Walk long. Hey, check. Even. 4 down.
Luck now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They are going for it. It's Luck. Ebron's got it. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Luck dumps this one off to Mack. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Luck. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
Wide, get wide. Check.
On 1st down, Mack. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Love. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Stop your whining.
Alert. Watch twist.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check. Crunch. Check. Alert.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
There you go. Slam.
Watch twist.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Alert.
Now a handoff looking right. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
SOS.
Check 50. Check 50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Check back 50.
Squeeze, double. Alert flare.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Get away with it. Joker.
Hey, ball. Hey, 18.
Now they try the right side here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Locke. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
You ain't doing nothing today. You
Check nickel.
Now it's Locke. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Locke. Ebron with it over the middle. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Luck now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10.
Let's go, Mexico! Reggie. On.
Luck. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Close.
Luck now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Houston in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Luck. This one complete to Devin Funchess. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bears, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.